I think you called me a liar on national TV.
What?
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Let's not do it right now. You want to have that discussion? We'll have that discussion. You called me. You told me. All right, let's not do it now.
I don't want to get in the middle of it. I just want to say hi, Bernie.
Yeah, good.
Oh, I love how Steyer just kind of jumps right in there. So there it is. There's the enhanced audio. I mean, I don't think Grandma Oatmeal has a fucking shot in hell. I never thought she did. I think they're all kind of cowards for not weighing in on the Assange issue. This is the first one I didn't watch because both Yang and Tulsi, who are the most relevant candidates to me, even though I disagree with both of them on a lot of things, weren't even there. I don't know what you guys' take on that is.
You know what, Jason? I want to get this out because it is super frustrating to me. And I know Christy is going to have some thoughts as well on this because we've spoken about this woman card being used so frequently. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm really sick of gender being used as a way to kind of destroy other candidates. I thought we were moved past this. Unfortunately, we are not. And because we have Elizabeth Warren making up things about Bernie Sanders. And of course, we know this is a lie. There's no disputing that. Let's look at who has a history of lying. She does. She has a history of lying. And if you look at Bernie's record, he has stood up for women's rights time and time again. So I think what she did was extremely reckless. And I think it's shameful. And I think that it's really disturbing that people will use gender as a way to move themselves up in the race. We saw Hillary Clinton do this as well when she cited sexism for her reason for losing in 2016. This is so ridiculous. And I think this needs to be condemned on all levels. And as a woman, I think that we need to stand up and say this if we feel this way, because I feel like a lot of men are afraid to say this with fear of being called a misogynist. And I think it's really unfair that men are being, shamed for being misogynist when they're not, as Warren did with Bernie. And Christy, I'm sure you have some opinions on this as well.
Yeah, I mean, the people that are voting for Elizabeth Warren in the Iowa caucus or the New Hampshire primary really are ignoring a long history of lies from her. I mean, we can delve into the whole Native American thing if we want to, but I feel like the population she's appealing to here in Iowa don't want to talk about the backhanded racism that has been used by Elizabeth Warren to excel her career. And now we're playing the sex card with Bernie, conveniently less than 3 weeks before the Iowa caucus. I'm not sure if it's because Elizabeth Warren is she's losing her surge in Iowa, and this was some sort of tactic. But if this conversation happened, however many months ago, almost a year ago, why is it just now being brought up? Why is this now being used against Bernie? And, we have footage of Bernie from, 1988, 1989, talking about how anybody could be president, including women. And I really don't like Elizabeth Warren. She's like Diet Hillary to me. And she's trying to play the Hillary Clinton game right now with Bernie. And now we're playing the sex card. And yeah, you feel like this is something that would happen in the GOP race, but not the Democrats. But of course, I mean, you can watch this debate and essentially think you're watching the GOP debating. It's so fucking boring. And yeah, now, we had to have this whole, well, CNN reported it, and when Bernie completely denied it, they still went asking Warren as if it was a fact that this happened. And then she didn't even actually acknowledge that question. She turned it into women on the stage and what women have done. And, if Tulsi was on that stage, would she have been so prideful about the women up there? It seems that like the women running in the DNC don't want to include Tulsi.